still drinking the old-fashioned from the other night because I'm recording 2 of these in one night. So, see? It's not even gone yet. I didn't make another one, I promise. I hope you guys are enjoying these videos here. We are financial advisors. Normally would be wearing our clothes that say Jazz Wealth on them. But in Florida terms, it's like beyond freezing here, and I refuse to turn on the heat. So our house is currently 61 degrees, and I just will not turn on the heat. So I'm cold, but hey, you know, you get your dough straight. You don't go spending it on heat. You can't do that up in other parts of the world. I get that, but where we're at, it'll just be another day or so. We'll be back to the 80s, and I'll be happy with that. Tonight, as we always do with these videos, we're going to go sort of step by step, but I want to talk about what happens to your Social Security if you die or if you're divorced, right? There's so many of these little tiny things. If you're this, but you did this, and then you died, or you got divorced and then remarried and whatever, what happens? I'm just going to put it, I think I made like 2 slides for you. So we're just going to go through this, and I'm going to try to go through every single example. Real simple, right? I'm ready. Yes. All right, here we go. First of all, if you're not married and you die, nothing happens. Nobody gets your Social Security. Nobody can make a claim on it. Nobody gets any kind of survivor benefits or anything. You're just dead, and that's the end of it. If you're married, we've got a couple different directions to go. Stay with me for a second. Now, your spouse will get survivor benefits at 60 years old, 50 if disabled. If that spouse, ex-spouse, I guess, or your widow, remarries and they're under 60, they get nothing, right? So I tried to just use as little words as possible. If they marry after the age of 60 and you're dead, then they get your survivor benefits. It doesn't matter. So theoretically, if you died, well, let's just use the example. Surviving spouse gets remarried at 55 and you died very young. Your spouse gets no survival benefits. If the surviving spouse gets remarried at age 61, they're good to go. They get the survivor benefits, and we'll talk about those in a second. If your surviving spouse marries at 55 after you died, and then they get a divorce at 61, well, they can go back now. They're good to go. They can get your survivor benefits, right? So I think that pretty much covers everything as simplified as I can do it. Now, the survivor benefits kick in so long as you have been married at least 9 months before the date of your death, hence the asterisk. All right. Your survivor, the survivor, only gets the benefits if they're higher than theirs. So if you were making more money for a majority of years and your benefit was higher than theirs, well, then they'll get the higher one. It also depends on if you started Social Security before you died, right? How much do they get? Well, if you die before starting Social Security, then they get your full retirement age benefits. You know how Social Security works, right? Your full retirement age is, let's say, 67, but you can start claiming at 60, depending on your age, 62, 63, 64, and take a reduced amount, 65, 66. Full retirement benefits kick in at 67, and you can wait as long, I believe, until 70 is still the rule there. So if you die before you started Social Security, then they get your full retirement benefits. That is, even if you die at an age that is prior to your full retirement benefits, retirement age, sorry. If you take Social Security before your full retirement age, let's say 64 in this case, and then you die, that's the benefit that they get. They don't get the full retirement age benefit, and that makes sense, right? Now, if a spouse takes their Social Security, the surviving spouse, I should say, takes their Social Security before their full retirement age, and you die, well, then they get somewhere between 71.5% and 99% of your benefit. The exception there is with minors. There's a handful of minor rules, and I put one of them here, but your minor has the ability to claim against your Social Security as well. But let's say that you die and your spouse survives, of course, and you have a 14-year-old daughter. Well, then your spouse would get 75% of your benefit, right? So this one slide hopefully highlights about as many scenarios as I can think of. Here's the fun one. If you get divorced, let me start by saying, I put it on there too. If you get divorced, your spouse is not taking anything from you. Number one thing I get when people get divorced, they go, she's going to take my retirement benefits. No, they don't take them. They just get to participate in them. All right. So let's just go over it. No one's taking anything from you if you get a divorce. Well, no one's taking your Social Security from you if you get divorced. I'm not going to say they're not taking anything from you. I guess there's a chance you lose a lot there. If you've been married 10 years and divorced 2, they get the same benefit as your benefit. They don't get your benefit. You still get yours, right? It's going to be okay. They just get the same benefit, so the same dollar amount. All right. So just those of you that are worried, just come on. I want you to save that one there. I get that question a lot. All right. Your survivor benefit is, I put this just duplicate of this. I didn't delete it. So there you go. That's all I wanted to cover there. 10 years, divorce 2, same benefit. They do not get to steal your benefit there. Okay. So hopefully that covers everybody. I tried to think just briefly, like I had a whole bunch of words and then I just simplified it into a few words to try to make this not so intimidating. But hopefully that makes sense for everybody there. And whether you are the survivor of someone who passed and you now are, 58, you now know what your rules are if you get remarried, if you wait till you're over 60, things like that. Unfortunately, that did happen a lot during COVID. So these are questions that I kind of just brought from my memory that I've been getting, due to a lot of that. If your spouse passed away and you still have a young child, of course, I'm sorry for that, but you now know how that goes. And of course, these are just samples. Right? By the time you watch this, it could be years down the road. The rules may have changed or have adjusted slightly. Of course, you want to talk to a professional. I hope you consider us here at Jazz. But of course, don't take this right now as the actual words, because this video will presumably be there, I don't know, forever, and things can change. Other than that, that's about what I wanted to cover. We'll probably won't do any more of these for the rest of the week because it is a holiday shortened week, and we're going to go do the New Year's thing. So I'll wish everybody a Happy New Year. I hope you had a Merry Christmas as well and didn't get stuck in all that snow. That's crazy up there, all those flights that got canceled and stuff. So hopefully you got to spend the holidays with your family, and it was a good time here. We had a good time, celebrated at our house, and had every family member here. Can't wait to do it again, man. That was a good time. All right, you guys have a great rest of your evening. Thanks for hanging out with me. And let me know down below, what subjects would you like me to try to simplify as best I can anyways, that we could cover here while you're enjoying a drink with me and Jazz After Dark. Please.